Dr. Barbara S. Sangma is an associate professor in the Department of English, Don Bosco College, Tura. Her PhD focused on Aceh Garo theatre. She has published several works, including String in a Lute and Aceh Theatre, a case for Indian folk theatre. She has also co-authored, translated works, and contributed articles to various books, journals, and proceedings. Dr. Sangma has presented her research in numerous seminars, workshops, symposiums, national conferences, and radio talks. I now hand over the session to you, Dr. Barbara.
A very good morning, Shillong, and a very good morning, everyone. Special greetings to book lovers, literateurs from outside the region and from abroad. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shillong. Thank you, Literary Festival, for having given us this opportunity and this forum to express ourselves. Trungnam gumaknan at sekarang sawa sambing rango dungang ode gumaknan nam kapasalam ko anching naska. The living culture of the Garos. When we speak about this topic, I feel this particular topic manifests itself in two perspectives. The indigenous, traditional religion of the Garos and the Christian tradition, the current one, and the intersection of these two. And also the point of maybe divergence at certain point, and also accommodation, amalgamation, giving space, a kind of reconciliation of the indigenous religion and Christianity. Christians today among the Garos make up about 85 to 90%, and the rest still follows the Garo indigenous religion, which we call Songsarik. Though there is a debate on this, but generally we call it Songsarik. And then when we talk about the living Garo culture or living cultures from Garo Hills, we cannot but talk about this Garo indigenous religion, because most of the elements of Garo culture takes its root from this traditional religion and still bases itself or themselves on this particular religion. And Garos have been, I think, blessed with that folk wisdom to take the best from this indigenous religion and adjust it and accommodate it and somewhat reconcile it with the Christian belief. So some of the points that we will be looking at will be based around this, and there will be so much more. There will be so much to listen, so much to learn, so much to unlearn also. I think such a lot of things to avert, such a lot of things to opt for, to choose, and so much more. We are very happy that we are getting the chance to converse on this, the living culture from Garo Hills, and we have, I think, the best panel members here for this particular topic. We have with us from my right, I'm starting from my right, Sri Semberthus A. Sangma. He has been working to learn, practice, teach, and revive Garo traditional architectural and craft practices. He is, we can say, a folk architect, for which he has been recently awarded with the Tourism Award for Folk Architecture by the government of Meghalaya this year. 2023. He has completed his master's in Garo literature, and he has been instrumental in conceptualizing and building a Garo Nokpanti, a bachelor's dormitory in a heritage village in Nagaland. And he is a painter to boot. He depicts folklore through his paintings. I think this much I will say about him now, because we have discussed already that we will not be talking too much about ourselves. We'll go into the conversation. Next is Professor Fameline Marak. She is a professor in the Department of Garo, Nehu, Northeastern Hill University, Tura campus. She is, of course, a teacher, basically, but she is also a folklorist. She is a poet of great repute among the Garos. She is also a translator. And I'm very proud to say that Madam Fameline, Sir Colnat there, and three of us have got together and we have compiled a book, and we have also translated. The title of the book is Midongka. So a lot more contribution is there. She is a member of Sahitya Academy also, and she has contributed a lot of articles, poems, to many books and journals, edited books and all that. Last but not the least, we have got Dr. Colnat B. Marak. He is an assistant professor in the Department of Garo in Don Bosco College, Tura. He is my junior colleague. And he is also a folklorist, a poet of really great repute and depth and understanding. And he has been recipient of award for his poetry. And again, I'm very proud to say that with Colnat, we collaborate in Don Bosco College for certificate course in Archik folk art, which is beginning to thrive. And that's about the panelists. Now, we will be conversing about the living culture from the Garo Hills. We will go bilingual. If at all there is anything necessary, maybe we will switch over to English. But basically, we will be talking in Garo. So let us begin. I had been talking so far. Ang asaksan daw ni tasinya kaniya mo. Skang pa songkubaram chakswa. Antseng mengkan kusyo nga yano nari bana. Royan nam gepa cholbau nga. Taken antseng yanam begepa kata bichungkura en ban antseng golpo kaang na. Skang kepara siang ni akan gemen geta tao de songsarik de cekeng ba cibongo person takesa Garo Hills ngai nga ha mo Kristen rangan bang pata indi ba yani gisepon ang ni jongko pa Semberthus ko skang pa chena skinga yani gisepon achik songsarik ni takbewal rang jangi tangani bewal rang ngoni ta alona kengkeng bai geparangara mo bai kam geparangara tanging geparangara mai rang mo akan ati maceng golpo kagerna akan atna
matela dauroro ya anjing ya songsarik rang banggi jasan donggen cemomang ba ya achik jekon acu ambioni ko mandar paing pa dakpe orang dong ya cem ya dakpe orang ko daalo na ba jarkani dongpe jekai ya jarkani ko anjing nekna ketamanna jerake ya gamagi enio anjing nekna ketamanna ya chama ba sunggamakan yan may ba nokmani rianggen nengnai no badia ko chana nanggen ya rangko chameo nakin ya ngoba ya chikni ya mandar paing apa dakpe ko jarkani jamano abachir anggen na aba upata ba atong jekon samsepa nimna kana cem ya samsep ya aba upata ni ko ba nekna gen jekon anjing ya aba upata ni salo abet rangge rke gala ningna gana chim ya abet rangge jian ya chiring chisko bulung bulgum ko rakhinga chim ko rke gala ningna gana upatani ko ya ko bada khoinga chonne we mungna ko samset pe mungna don bagen ningna walo mai jumang ko nika ona on jama ya naga bada ko ran ko nikna gata man khoinga uni jamanu ba nikna gata mangen watching ram khario denbul sia ngaba ko mania ni ko nikna gata mangen ya denbul sia ni ba yan watching ramani somayo ya ko mania aro ya absan somayon ya denbul sia ni somayon ya banga biap rangon ya sungarka ngaba ko niken sungarka ba song rakhia ngaba ko nikna gata mangen yan watching ramani somayo February ni chisku ba chisni yan nagba tarik rangni somayo songni ramao ya morangko songe mungna ya salwarangko songe mungna aro songni je mal bosu dunga warangko unona chilange mungna songo sabisi napjana kita ya plak sabisi ko chelchak na kita rakemna nike ya namgije gapa meterangko rki galsuani ko nikna kita mangen jeon ya badia ba songrangode abri rangode jeon ranggol ko mangen cham no de ranggol ko sunggamak changir memna kapak rangimna ko rama au kadang de dongen aroni kashi ko rang khatte mengna ya sma channe mengna ni gen na sungona marang na paman apjoma ya nak bakon ya ni rang nonginga aro dalo ya ranggol rang ko na manjagen chama ba ya ranggol ni phal mat ko jakhalani ko nika aro mat ko ba daude manang jaing jok anangimna ya ni biapo gara rang ko me ndike mania ni ko nikna man khoinga ya ndak ke ya chik jatni manre paing ba dak pewol ko ndike pengani ko ya mania ni wan ching nikna gata maninga aro menggepen ya bangcha ko ba ya jeon sungsarikran dongkhuing chim ya sungsarikran dongkhuing ga pau ya bangcha ni ko dakka aro ya bangcha nga baba songo marang starang napchana gata ya namgi jaga pa materang korki galso ani ko nikna gata mangen aro ya absan somayan abachina remna abao ba mi misirang ko gachake siat ke parang ko namat na gata andake mania ni ko ya marang rekala ni ko nikna gata mangen aro uni jamarwa nikna mangen ya mi amua nian ya me ba jun jaung ronga ba me rakku chanas khang ronga uni jaman me rakko ko changna gata mangenok ya mi amua ni ko ba ya mio napkapa jonggu kurang ba makaron chin nikna mangi jakpa mi ko gachake siat kapa aro ya goira mengna goira ni walsarina ba mi ni gachake siangani ko naljok suna kita goira goa ni ko naljok suna kita ya mia moani ko daka aro non jonggu kurang napchana kita ba ya mia moanio daka aro jeon ya mio jong napchana kita ya anchengkor ai mengna ya marang starang ko anchengko mi gama ko brap mengna aba gama krero mengna ya marang starang kor ke gala aro ni jamano ancheng nikna kita mangen akal wangala de ya de agos jarango ongang skajok ya akal wangala ni ko ba ya dawa dakhuinga jeon ya mamang ko ba chagiza mi ko chana man khujani man mi gital ko chana man khujani man mamang ko ba chagiza do bifa gachakora sote mengna wachi mania ni man no akgal wangala ne agana maina no mamang ko ba chana man khujani man mi abani ko chana man khujani akgal wangala ne mengna yakoba agana yakoba dakhoinga aro abani mi ko benek plemna aba jamatal makhango ulwele mengna troka yanda ka ba troka ni ko ba ancheng ya mania ni rang ko ancheng nikna gata man khuinga aro menggepen ahaya de ya miak mana ni jamano jeon ya minima kiri rokome ya abani mi misran ko slat nama temna ya abaon ya minima kiri rokome ra dunginga cham ne jenselo ya mi ko maiba bidango raso temna kaha unan miya minima kirima rokome ra siahana uni man ya minima kirima rokome siani man bina kalnmani kita ya ahaya niko dakka aro ya ahayon ya anchini mandeni siao jara kata caca abaona ya abaoniko sungona raon bagian yan mandeni sia baksa thuat kan simule jara kata caca ngacem aro sungona rabai meneko neke wakap rango poteng na mi ko poteng mengna dongen yan mandeni jama janggi ko rarke mengna ya mangona ni semoy rarke mengna delango dona kita caca onga uni jamana anching nikna kita mangen ya wangala ode anching nikskana mangenok ya anchini mande baksa thuat kenchmode ya wangala de ya minima kirma rokomeni sia ko damawan asimang nakana ya ahaya o ya mandeni jama jangi ko delangor arka kita caca dakemna dore mangana ya Wangala ni sumoy de bon chot de ya minima kiri ma rokhme ko bini jama jangi ko sagala mauna rekbok chigaona kushionge riangchina watata arunon mai sumoy reba plan angenchem ya reba plan ni sumoy rangkoba ya Wangala ni sumoyon bina aganata andake ya ya abau mani arangna agre bancing nagda mankin ya salrak tata bawachi tata nimna agana jekon ancing ya belsi namen salrak kaha maka wagijane ko ancing nagata manna ningna maingona ya belsi selbal grejian turani kilometer chibungarang chilacham wa biapo ya belsi ya wachi tata ba salrak tata ne agana ningna bisong ya chiringona jeon wachi mate dungacham wanona reange mingna bisong wachi tata ha negina kamal ko bachirang shupraka damarang ba chi satap pemingna namen kushingna mania aro ben bebe bisongni mania ni jamanon salgat thamni jamanon mukha namen jamewa ha aranga belsiantin anthir karkaran bisoni songkore paksmaya enon turao mukha wajawa aru gapan bia prango mukha waja genchmongba ya selbal greve ya belsi namen belsi jol gemak makhawani ko nakna gatamana aro serbal gre ko jokpak paing ba chi jian rongram bazar ko jokpak acham ya chi gemakan khmong smani ko nakna gatamana ya wachi thatani asel ya nagapa makhawasim smani rangkoba nakna gatamana aro manggapan je khai ya mandesiani somayo dakapa khaman ko ba anching nakna mana je kon mangar ka dana galani agana cham ya mandesio ba tau anching sungsare krang banggi jasa nongai genchmo ba ya mandesia o dakka khamrangko ya anchini songrang da khwenge je dake ya mandesiao mandeho ganchi gatte mna sogen je khai nokma sio de prap ko de nemna bol bigil ko khken khkemna ganchirken ne ganchirkemna nokma siran dike suwa ni baram mande de bol bigil ko khki jaba ne ram bolrang ko de nemna suwa yan da ka parang ko banching nikna man khwinga aro salgapano mandesia ni salgapano ya delang rekemna khma thakani rang ko banikna man khwinga yan da ke anching ya chekjat ni da ko rang songsar kang bangija ungen chuma yan da ka pa mania ni rang ko anching thangi rakhiani ko nikna gata man khwinga aro atong joloba nikna man khwinga bisong ba mandesia ni jamano ya chogan mania ni ko banching nikna gata man ninga ya chogan ko ba ya tong rang ba dalaw na kang je bangija songsar tonggen chuma ba bisong ba da khwinga aro bisong salantri rerurana bisong ni jakhaling ba reng ya reng ko solane somayo ba bisong ya enang raan gapa ko taka jean anching naman gen ya nordiso ya nagarang ni rapel ko je khai bisong ni dama ko chela bia poni ko bol ko dengen chmo ba ya dama na solgen chmo ba uko sokat pana jelma kushemna raba gata cha ya enang rani ba reng ko ba chela bia poni ko bol na mako denemna salbagen aro ino git rengen saksa mungtem gen jelman ya bol ko studu bagen nekemna nege simsang chiona sokatemna wamang ya salan tion thang thang ni rurana ya ndake chakhala uni ngam anching garols kemak chikon yatte ni gan chumuba ya ajik jat ni maning pa dakwe orang de thangi dongkhwinge nekna gataman gen
metelbea angni jonggopa Semberthus ko belonge nambe aga nanga aro to tell the truth a great many of the scholars, including myself, we source a material from Mr. Semberthus. And he has also been helping researchers from abroad like Gudrun, Frank Wisman, Eric de Marca from, one is from Germany, another one is from Netherlands. He is truly an anthropologist. And I wish we could translate everything, but it's not possible. So I'll just give you a small gist. Semberthus has been talking about elements of culture that are still alive among the Garos that are related to agriculture, which is associated with indigenous religion of the Garos, that is Songsarek. He's talked about a lot of elements. But what struck me was the death of the mother goddess of paddy, who is known as Mima Kirirokme, which is akin to the book written by Fraser, The Golden Bough, where you spoke at length about killing the god. I think killing the god, death and resurrection of the god, which is associated with death and resurrection of agriculture, is prevalent in almost all the communities around the world, farming communities around the world. And Garos do have a place in that belief. Garos also believe that the gods die. And then Mimakiri Rokme, the mother goddess of paddy, she goes back to the ocean, which I see as a symbol of self-immersion. And she resurrects herself during the time of the first rain, when the seeds begin to sprout. And then the cycle of agriculture goes on. Then other than the elements that are related to agriculture, the culture of agriculture, Semberthus spoke about the elements of culture that are prevalent in Garo here till today, that are associated with the death and funeral, which are very symbolic, very ritualistic, and very much alive among the Garos who practice indigenous religion. Then he also spoke about carving a boat from one whole tree, and how people come together and in a very ritualistic way, they push the boat to a particular bank, and from then only they begin to use the boat. Actually, it would have been very nice if we could understand our brother here at first hand, but then I've just tried to give you a gist. I wish there were more people to listen to, but then I think Garos are Epicureans in general. We enjoy a lot, we eat, drink, and make merry, but I think we are also Stoics. Personally, we are not to be cowed down. No, we will not be discouraged by the lack of crowd. We will go forward, and then those of us who are here, I think we stand to gain something out of this. Yeah, thank you so much once again, Telbia. Now, Madam Fameline ang skana. Madam Fameline, that's yang agana ha bini thesis de major festival of the Garos. Bina agre ang chanche research taken ba at sekarang ni mania ni bidingo haida research kita de wi pa dong jaw kon sia ni kita de ni ke benanga madam ko ni ke golpo kana sking atsum talura mai takpa mania ni ran chungora dong kwenga mo
ya metela ya skang pade yarang ko dakna skang chinga Semberthus ma ko na de metel ching nang ta yan obaska mai da angko rama dulga bade angni student nong yan semomong ba bisungan ang na skia ha Semberthus tonga raba brani jongga pa Don Bosco tonga ne ma bisong ang baksa feel si ha ang ni porainas kang ken bani PhD dakna skang aro thesis ko senas ka ndin manderang ni kitapo si ay pa ko sinak tas jaha ang puray ni jamano adita feel rang ko nagtas ka barang ci anga newa barang ci angyen bani badia biap rango nambat ka pa mania ni rang ko man kuinga cham wanak ba biap rango na aga na man ka pa manderang ci ang cingha angas khang pa beben da odung jaha mihir and sangma jian nambe pa kitap ko si hacham wan ang na nama rama delani kon na ha aro gini pa de ngade mama ni akan na Lewlin Marak mama pangrak pa niken ba bisong bani cingna ang na takchak ha niken ba yano dao dongeng ku ga pa mania ni rang de bang bataan aba ga mao mania ni rang batang apa kama gride sekarang di mania di dia dongjak tak kaya dak sio sembani akan gemen geta apa ko rong talatani apa ko biani meteo biani arom rakki pani rok pani akan namo warang biani ya gemekan mamang ko bajak dang dek cinggija bisong di biani rang ko takkan iken iyan ba ang skang pa akal makao ni akan nagtasnya akal maka yan biap ko rong talatani aro mete ko rum doani aro mete dongpain bani mai kai gi agama gemek ko patian ikon gencem da jomi mua ko akan ha yang jensalo gi agama ni sumoyo selca namcani sumoyo gi agama ni rang namjacem bener mi mua ni ko takka da si Semberthus ko akan jok gembe ya mi mua ni ko takani jamano da oba takkuinga da si akan gemen geta aru ya rangonin Christian ani jamano ba nam gepa bewalang de jak pa ya keta nekah ni jamano de anga dal bat bako akan nangai genok ahaya ko banga jensalo biapo na yang ha weni muksong ani rang ko tapo si ani rang ko name ma sija ni ba jensalo biapo ni angin ba bisong bang dong pai bisong ni mania ni somoyo da cenga dong pai ba gemekon niya ha aro warang ko menganti ko wigepa manderang maina ya ko muksong ya takingacem andin mesok ay gija andi ma muksong ya dakanirang ko ma sinas kahari yang ko na mental ha ini gemen ya ahaya oba aru ini jamano de amarata rango yarangan mongsong bat ke parang aru ini jamano metel plan ko takna ta Wangala ni ko takka ya Wangala ni ko takingon dengtang manca manderang ara haidai ko metel plan ni nesan cancibatan di beko tak sio tali Semberthus sangat manjok ya Wangala ni de metel planin baksana ba meteko ba misi saljong ko kusyong e wata plani bong aru wasan ongja betelang ko don rek nak taba bi rek plani ba yano maksong anirang genang aru yarang ko da o Kristen ong ani ja manumang ba adita je kayo patik bara ron kepana on planirang aro kusi ong e on ni sai cha anirang jian badita mande soka anditan saljong misi saljong soka ni akana uni gemen ya nakba nokcakan irang ko taknagta sekarang namen namneka aro wanani sumoyo mi ko gogen mi panci ko ani akana uno ba bang on mirang ko nokan tienra bain bani absan don de me cha chaen bani ko muksonga genang beber au muksonga genang warang ko gogen aro kun ga rendeke troka uno de ndake troka ko neken smong ang ode mina kha sain ka andiba maksong ani ginang ira misi saljong baksa na me gapake kusyong trokinga ponchote wata plani ko dakinga ni sakana uni gemen ya gemek maksong ani rang kon da oban kwinga aru ya nakba nam gapa gunrang de sekarang da oba dengtang nake mania ni ko rakija festival gata da obara enga aro jekai chugan delang soa mangona ya gemekan sekarang dong kuinga aro yarang ko manian yarang ko chugumek tak jauh ba endi ba jasong namberang na donang na kita mesokaci sia jotaci aro absan bakremanirang ko ni cholang ko government site ni ba nen bani repenganirang ko takinga yan namgepa jatna ski agane donangani ongchong motaktan ka aru yarang ko takengon bangan uwi jadi takja ma sigpa manderangani ko lingani gemen yarangan ke ongchong mota ni me sokna geta man kuinga yan anchini janera geta jatni janera jian cek jatni agana kusek sanong ai gija kana china sanong ai gija anchini beber ani aru namgeba gunrang atchi kapadin ko nekenga uni gemen ya gemek da oje ko nakanang kuinga tumi major festival rang mongsong bat kepa mania ni rang da lo na kengkeng yarang dongengan en bani aganakta kusyong ken
Matalvia madam actually the points that we are in conversation about is related. I would just like to make one point, just elaboration only. We were talking about death, resurrection and all that. Now, generally when we watch Wangala and when we hear about Wangala, we are told that Wangala is a festival of Thanksgiving, is a post-harvest festival. Now, we have got another perspective which we tend to overlook. That is just as a dead person is sent to the other world in a befitting way through chanting of dirges, through rituals. In the same way, the gods that are associated with Achak Garo agricultural cycle, when they die at the time of harvest, actually the Wangala festival is a solemn send off. It's a funeral, how to say, ceremony, and a really epic one at that, because they are gods. They need to be sent in the most befitting way, by singing dirges, also by making merry, because somehow among the Achaks, death is also associated with a little bit of festivity, like there will always be eating, drinking, singing of dirges, and then there is also keeping watch at night. I think they will be touching upon that, where many stories are told and perpetuated. So this point I would like to really remind each other that Wangala is also like Mangona. It's a post, or it's a post-funeral service that are conducted by the Achaks, so that the soul of the person can get a good place in the other life. Of course, the gods are assured of their places, but they are also given befitting sent off. This story, I mean, this point has been made by Madam Professor Fameline. Another point that is coming out here is, in Wangala there are like two parts. I would always like to look at it, and I think the point that is coming out from Madam's conversation is also this. There is the ritualistic Wangala that is performed in a ritualistic way, in a religious way, spiritual way for the gods. That part Wangala is there. And Wangala dance is performed in a very solemn way, in all its profoundness and seriousness. But then today we find Wangala dances being performed everywhere. This is a clear indication that the Wangala dance has left the, how to say, sacrosanctorum, the sanctum, that sacred sanctum, and it has made its way into the stage. I think some of you might have seen certain topics like from ritual to stage. I think this is happening to Wangala also. Wangala began as a ritual, but today it has reached the secular stages, and it is being performed as a form of entertainment. But Wangala, we should remember, it began as a ritual. So these are the points that are coming up now. I hope everyone's enjoying the conversation and getting something more, and learning or unlearning or relearning in my case also. Now, I would like to shift the conversation to Dr. Colnat B. Marak. Dawa cikni songsalo jangi tanganiyo tangkwengpa dongkwengpa bewal rangara mo degi toromni kita niat kiza mo songsalni bewal rang uni gemen hayat senda ugol puang namo
tel malam anga saksana kan giza nakangnis ki parang baksa ba golpo joljolas ke nko atska songgemak kriwulwale uci enianio anga mengsako nam mentang kuingani neka bangan donga ndi ba orang oni matamrang ko. Even after we embrace the Christianity, still we have continuing our customs and cultures. So out of this, one is akam. Mengsade akam niya neka atska songgemak niko reinio. Gimana nga nak sungin karang ba donga ma ko skininas kinga.
Singo ba dongay nga dao?
Sir,
Angni king ba songrang chibarang gira siju ga makon donga.
Oh, North Garo Hills ni chingoba blongan dakinga yako. Niman ya kem kemani kemen bang giza thalat joljoli na haida apsanangani dingthang kanirang dong naba donga. Aniba chingode angni kem angare Colnat bolwari marak niman angni kem de bolwari rang. Anga jen salo sia bolwari rang ribai angni noko kanggen. So when I die, my relatives will come and claim my family. So nige ribai na bisong de nokno nani bidung angni siani zaman de angni gri parangko angni jonggepa una kabarangko angni noktango angni pal ni rekna dongrekna dedrangko ni rekna wa angni madrang mahari ni bio angni madrang mahari ni machong kam riani rangko rakir kerkangna nige rakachngode ni na song jol chimeri rakau ko ba wizo jolna skenga Nagin nakama?
Nagin apsan ng kuinga.
Apsan ng kuinga matel. Apsan nga mo? Yang dongeng kuah. Ni man ya kemden amen tangenga ni ang anaka. Ni man jen salo Malaysia, no Malaysia joko de. Ada bahan ba wa miasa mangsong bati miasa siyo de. Una ukurakina onsong rekani. Onsong rekani nang ba tangenga kon? Cengcidi tangenga.
Jadi noktangon nakbaon songanirang dongani kemen yarang dongchong mota singa Christian nong aho mangba yarang ko kalna manja maina noko songodi yako dakjaode bhagbana khasa janira uni kemen singa yarang ko daking ko
acha telang
anga ba kuinga ya rangira ba kuinga aro je anga biap rang chiri anga ya gemak chen garol student nakna gata man kuinga
acha metela oni to de achka song kumkon daking ani nikna batninga
I think we need to translate this or would you like to elaborate in English?
In English, okay, I can. Okay, so yeah,
this is a very important element of
it is still alive in our culture. When a person die, suppose if I die, my there is one term on songreka. So my relatives will arrange my nephew or my younger brother to my wife. So it is still alive today. Still in every Garo Hills, in every, not only in Garo Hills, those who are residing in some other states, in some other countries also. We have in Bangladesh, we have in some, in Australia also. So still we are doing the same. So this outcome, that means my lineage will be claimed by relatives. Even after I die, they will come and claim my families. So they will keep like this in our lineage. So that is the way, and my nephew and my younger brother will be arranged to my wife. So that is still alive. So another is, but sometimes mo basa ko ba di nga di dakka ba yo songrekan yo singa adrang ni madrang oni ko ang ni jonggo ba ang ni Greek parang oni ko chngode matjaw de anga bolwari mang rangsa bolwari mang chambugong bolwari mang gapan maharirang raksam orang uni ko batsade rabay mangna de ba chengi ukuba angni grege pang ni jonggabani phal daki mangna binod songi apsan daki chandra kani donga da sungsulo donga ma tungjamai ku sa winas jolenga
yarang donga kema mangsayon songani anga baita basak manderang ko minsa poido sia yani bidungo uno golpo ka ha mane yako ma sinagtaskan again bani yano magsongani ra atskrang ni magsongani wa baita basak mi asarang niya kan nani kita de ba mi skrang niya kan nani kita de mi skrang ko bang ikna jan di mi asarang ko bang patek na mi bisong de bisong ni duk rangko gwal janak tabai ko taka aro manggapande changsa biya ka joko de chekni bewalo de bon changja nege songrka gematja unigen madak padakani badunga de ba anirang badunga aro yarangara dedrang chonchonenga wangode wamangkoba gematja nagta wamako ni rok sandina ni geman pangnan bara suguba ko nanginga nen ba kan rong mo kirang
ai akande chungai genokon mo penona
mo yarang kode acha gemo kon dakenga ra chuni yane related chansina ngane rang donga ni ba achini Christian okani jamano chungode matamrang matam rak jaja jijong barang dongan di betau na batak kue ngai ya akam related to akam ya mi mang dala donga ada mi mang dala ku Christian wani zaman no suna sung zulu takama dak cocok ma
ade garos ni gamak chikon nekada nekhoy se memang dala khode dakhoi nga
okay thank you
Ya, cungo ba takui nga, cungo man cade ong ade ong chan di bani ang ni ma siya ni kita, siya nok tango gapaw bosarongan tang dia yang yen ka ni gemen yara mengsade si gapa ko yatia ma drangona nok tangona da ang ni de pandi siya ha aru un baksana apsan meli nang rumplani ko otnani gemen. Ji rakko de siya ni jamano wa mahari ma drang chanai ni ra ma mong sabo bon jawa and di ba changsa ya anchi dong how no ni gon dua relation ko rakhina kita apsan dakani ko ya akan meli ma drang maksa akan gerkani ko takep la.
Okay, thank you.
Mia sade ma nokko sina nanga ma nokki nokchi planakan kapako akan atun namgen.
Chokmot. No na ibay nga. So we are from different place more. So Semberthus and Madam Fameline and me from different districts. But I am inquiring whether in their areas is doing the same or not. So we are doing the same. Even after the Christianity also we are doing the same. What we have in before we embrace the Christianity. So we are doing the same. That is Mangdala. It is a term we use. That is spirit of the dead will bring back to the parental house. So we believe in reincarnation. After that we believe we revert and all. Then after that, we'll go to the Purgatory, the land of the spirit. We call it Parpakram. There is a land of the spirit is there. And from the land of the spirit, again, that spirit will be come back. So, yani bidingo, daudech nga, ya mimang ko, magabani no ko na dalba plugin, paro dalbao sa, magaba pagabara, mande, siya ane bebera ngari siya ko ikusan ga barang donga mi mang dalba ko sa pet na de ni man nakapa bebera ani donga and we believe that born back in the same family is our purpose. River.
Yeah, I think we'll have to this one clarify this one whether it's not all Garos that we believe. It is the those who follow the indigenous religion Songsarek.
Yeah.
I think we are enthusiastic about so
Andiba ating ya Christian wani za manong ba wa katrik pato ko ara de Songsarek wa jerangan indigenous trainer ko jinko za arkinga bisong de ko rakken bebera. Andiba chingo ba even after we embrace the Christianity, so it is our from our forefathers. We believe, but in different meaning, it's a meeting with two relatives, so we take it together. So that is a way. And manggapan ko discuss ka na abanas kinga, ira dakama dak cocokman di ba nga tangba ang ni ara tangba noko dakaro ba dak na singing ka pangaro debras gala. So debras gala ko na asung zulu dakama dak cocok cuma sambang siya winas kinga asung ding tang district ni ongani gaman.
Dakhoi nga
damang matela madam bango dakama dak cocok
ang ada wini ni gaman wi oba dakhoi nga gemakan dong chan di bayra metel pelan song ani gaman ya ko dak song moting aro ya de ade nam ga pa bewal ni ba chan chia mai ni ra metel pelan ko ba de ga pa aro nang ko dalat ko ba chuat ka pa orang ko metel pelan de kwal na kita nang jak tan ka.
Okay, matela madam. So it is a one term we use debras gala. It is an what love and gratitude to the parents. So after getting married, the boys have to go to the girl's house. Then the mothers, after getting married, the boys will come back to parental house with bringing cows and then what called rice and rice beer and whatever may be. So it's a sign of gratitude. Okay. Kasani chin nakiyamang na yakura ba plemang bagaba pagabana sungene we serve our parents. We serve after getting married as a gratitude of love and respect of our parents. We will come back along with my wife and my wife's relatives will come and we enjoy the drinks and everything. Still we have even after the Christianity. That is gratitude of parents, their deeds, whatever. That means while we're staying in the parental house.
I just want to intervene here. Debra Sugar, I just want to point out the symbolic meaning.
Yes.
Debra is a piece of elongated cloth with which we tie the babies, either in front or behind. And then while we nurse the baby, while we nurture the baby, you know, a lot, that particular Debra, that particular cloth gets soiled a lot because the baby can poop there, the baby can urinate, and you know, then symbolically, okay, Debra Sugala means that particular cloth is being washed by an adult married man when he goes back to his parental home after his marriage, and he gives a big feast. He organizes a big feast to the parents, and then express his gratitude along with the clan of his wife. This is a really significant element of Garo culture, and it speaks so much of gratitude, gratefulness, so much of, you know, acceptance of blessings and all that. I believe this is really a great culture. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like to some more points. That is one call is Nukma. Nukma, the head of the village. That means landowners. So the Nukma is a term we use, the head of the village, so that means the Akung land of the one particular area, owner of the one particular area. So ya Nukma, chingni songo de Nukma na men datli nwa, Nukma na men bulman kuinga, aru Nukman abacha Australia ninga, Nukman gamak kamera kuni rokinga, Nukman bical kayo naniyo, sungwa selongo gamak konchingo de Nukman jakura emang na gamak kondakinga, soldier baksa. Iman na song zolo dong ama dong jok cuma sese.
Nakna kita man kuingnya gemakon ya naknya kana kita.
Nung ya ma matela. Madam da song dong ama?
Cingade abri dongja ni kemen cingade nokma mancade dongja samci baka kahang ade ini kemen dongja di ba cingaba headman rang de donga jan songko nokko ni roken bani tela di ba jerangan abri jolo donga cem ya awi oni ba nokma ni kamrang blongen tala.
Okay. Matela madam. Oh, so we have nokma sip. One particular area will be controlled by one person. That we term is used nokma. So the nokma will distribute the land before while clearing the jungle. So this portion you can clear, this portion you can clear. While they are clearing the jungle for their gym cultivation, they will distribute the land. That particular person will have a power. That means he. And this nokma is an inherited property. Only that particular family, this lineage, will inherit that power. So that we have, and still alive. So when I am discussing with two of our resource persons, they are also saying that this is still alive. So we have another very important, and even after we embrace the Christianity in our society, still it is alive. That is Tra. And relatives, that means elders of the relatives, we call it Tra. Elders of the relatives have a power and he have a responsibility to look after the relatives. Okay, relatives matters. Yung man sarang cingudin na mendala, ang ni mama na mendala. Dahil ang abat siya mengjok, ang abat hawaris ngayon nga, ang agridi chansinan manzay nga, roka gumukondak na manzay nga, bangaw na nga din akikam ko kaya nga. Di ba nga wiza, nasong sulot sarang ko nagi, sarang nga di, nakmukudat lira kuya nga, aron mani kuya nga namin. Noma dong jok cuma.
Tarakali takat nama. Point ko akan atem na.
Tunga dongja ko angak nanas kia.
Dongkuinga.
Dongkuinga.
Macam ba dongkuinga. Siaw ba biyaw ba nukni plak nangan irangon. Mama tangsa magba pagpanas kang kam kat nagta. Dakching nagta nanga tangka baisag law ba gemagon skang dak nagta nanga.
Okay, matela. So we have one strat name as relatives elders. We call it shra. So that we have, and this particular person and relatives elders have a responsibility to look after the relatives matters and the family matters. So when our lady, one woman or girl is selecting one what for partner to be his her couple, this stra, okay, stra, or we call it mama tongue. So this will take over. That means they will look after, they will take initiative on it. So it is still alive. We have even after Christianity and even in Songsare, we both end up flying the same forward.
Dr. Colnat, can we have only the points? Then later on we go back to this contemporary.
Okay, thank you, madam. I can sum up two points, and I can explain it both English and Garo, so that the viewers can know what does it mean. Okay, one is we have the daigama. Dai ko ba kuinga ni ang sansia gama ka song siya ri ululin yon wa ku kuinga so ba sani ba tsupa ko sika groma na sani ba tsupa mang aselong wa nakaparango sani ba matsuku de na may ba sungono ko aselong wa nakaparango ba sunma thoma haude gamna nangani donga ni ba juk sikani si sikani wan nakaparango de nga dai sotoko gama daw Christian wani zaman no magama kon yako dai sotoko haida ta ogda jano de haja sotpunga ba haja kolgrit punga tu sotpunga ni ngong na badonga ni bas khawo de sotok namen dal chongmata ni men yade nam dai na men dal gawa ni men yade daw sotok kon gam de gam khuenga ni ba man ni gaman saw ko de ni men daw actually we have one we have a fine actually when I want extramarital affair. Suppose I appear with some other women, so we have a relatives gathering, both the relatives, both the parties, and at the time Nokma and the Saders will judge. Okay, they will ask me, they will inquire the matter. If I have found guilty, I have to be fined 60 rupees in long time back. That means forefathers, they have fixed the 60 rupees, maybe equivalent today, maybe not less than 50,000 that I have to be paid, and that the relatives will collect the money and I'll be beaten for the wrongdoings. My relatives and the trust will come and beat me if I do that mistake. So that, of course, we are paying the 60 rupees to today also, since we have our forefathers have fixed the 60 rupees, but these things are for two. That means it is 60 rupees today, but why? Since it is doing from that time, it is easy. 60 rupees is nothing today, but the thing is that it's like a fine, and to how I can say my reputation and everything will include. So, and again, we don't increase the fine. Okay, we doing the same and choosing the same amount. We have so many points still alive. No more. Just na. Yan last ang ni point again. Yan rongjangyo na ni. Okay. Okay. Ang rongjangyo na tsingari jen salo bachi ba songgaman okubanchi ma drangko grong na anga tsingari rongjanggi ko natken mi khate pyo natken ta obya dong ko anga dong chelo nokchianga ang ne ai ba bo natken. We have a term rongjanggi. When I go to meet my parental house, they will give up a peck of rice, small peck of rice, that we use the term rongjanggi. And in olden times, whenever we go to visit our family members, it is a very far place and we have to work on food. So in the meantime, that means on the way, since it is jungle, in some circumstances, maybe some incident happen, I have to be overnight there. So that time we have to cook that. And the same is following in even after we embrace the Christianity. And all the Garo Hills is doing this one. Thank you, madam, for this discussion.
Thank you so much for having up. Last, I think there's a very important element which Semberthus has brought in. He has brought in folklore and depicted them through his paintings. I would like him to converse or speak to us on little bit on that.
Angni ya solar panirang de ya jekai noka chikro maiba bipak solani bangpak solani nokpantio bangpak solani ya sangkni rangko maiba rangko dakani maksongani den ki unga maina ya gamak kon aneng chining chikusa chikrangara manba aneng chining chikusa manba ning maingana ya ini golpo kon yatkan chimode ya sangkniara sagalo antang ko dalbat kapa ning na mamung na ba jarring is drawing na rowing asim na chana na ba mamung na ba jarring jasam andi ba jensalo ya sagal tpang na ba chinga unon mai nga ya sagal tpang na mon angna batte dalbat kapa mai ba makron chinik naman gija kapa dungna na nga nem na sangkni sanchiha uni un bia aneng chi wangala ko skina kita okamata negesa ya aneng china plak au mal kapa chi jro kapa plakan aneng chi yang ha uchi ko ya wangala niko skira uno matengsa buga ko bulbang pe sangkni ko bang pak solle mengna ya ning chin nege wangala niko wangal delata kusa ya agal sakona man baha nege sa ya agal sakoba ya nokache kerkanio nokpanti kerkanio sangkne ni bimang ko sollaha na anal kita rake mengna ya bolgro ko ba sollaha aro ya mai barang ba bulbang rangoba ya rokomari bimang rang ko thari mengna takaha
Telbia, that was Sumarang Nungzani man and wind up Kainokmo. Now, this particular point that I wanted to bring about is because it is contemporary and it is related to literature, how sculpture, he is also a sculptor, he has done a lot of sculptures. Sculpture is related to folklore, it's related to literature today. Because through his sculptures, through his paintings, he is bringing folk tale alive. We see only one sculpture maybe, we see only one painting, but when we ask what is a symbol here, then the whole lot of symbolism, the whole lot of folk tale, the whole lot of story comes alive. This way, folk tales, this way folklore is being perpetuated and it is being handed down, and I think this tradition will go on. I think I would like to thank in a very special way the panelists. There are a lot of things which we have left out because I think culture is inexhaustible. We understand that. We can never do justice to any tribes or communities' culture and discussion of it in 1 hour. I think we understand that. But all the same, I think our panelists have been very good. They have tried their best to converse with us, to talk to us. Thank you, Shri Semberthus A. Sangma. Thank you, Professor Fameline K. Marak. Thank you, Dr. Colnat B. Marak. Thank you so much. Thank you, audience.